Just report onto the cloud.
It definitely it went to where? Okay, that's fine. All right. So we have printouts in the middle of the table, but Dee will also pull that up on the computer. And Dave, I didn't know if you wanted to kick us off. There's an extra copy for you if you'd like.
No, certainly, we are here today seeking BZA approval for the county's council in the Jeff case to sign an agreement concerning Jeff's as applied claim against the county. And this is a claim that, has been in front of the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals and was rejected by the Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals. And the Gift Council and party is seeking certiorari to the United States Supreme Court. And so on that issue, on the as applied issue. And so the district court, however, has scheduled a trial, a jury trial on that issue for September, I think it's 17th or 19th of this year. And both Gaff's attorneys and our attorneys are like, why in the world would we have a jury trial on an issue that the Seventh Circuit has rejected and the Supreme Court hasn't accepted cert on? And the likelihood of the Supreme Court accepting cert is very small. And they're not even going to consider that issue. The Supreme Court will not even consider it until September 26th, which is after the scheduled trial. So the attorneys in this case are like, we don't want to do this. We don't want to spend the time. We don't want to spend the money to do something that may be negated by the Supreme Court, one way or the other. So this will just be an agreement between the parties where they file a dismissal, which I think the court's going to have to accept. And then if the Supreme Court accepts cert and says, yes, the as applied issue is valid, then they can refile the claim in the district court. If the Supreme Court rejects cert, then it's done.
It's done.
Yeah, there is one
Makes
issue.
sense.
Yeah, there is still an issue out there on attorney's fees, because under the First Amendment and that section 1983, if you file a suit against somebody asserting a federal right and you succeed in some way in getting relief, then you can be entitled to attorney's fees. And so they're claiming that they made some progress because they got the permit requirement, part of the permit requirements declared unconstitutional, even though they didn't themselves apply for a permit. And so I think under the First Amendment, people don't have to be actually injured by something before to have standing to bring a claim. So that's an issue that's out there, and that issue has already been briefed in front of the district court.
Is that a standalone issue then? The reimbursement of attorney fees, and it doesn't affect us at all, does it? It's a different issue.
Well, it doesn't affect the ordinance.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
we've already changed the ordinance to comply with the court pretty
Yes.
much. And so that's just out there, and we don't think that it's a big deal, and the insurance company's gonna pay for that anyway.
I move that we authorize filing of the agreement concerning gifts as applies claim as presented to the board by council.
Point of order before we get into that. Do we technically have to take an attendance because this is a public meeting and before we make an official motion and have a vote?
We could do that.
Good idea,
Good idea.
as usual.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go ahead and call the roll. Roger Clemens here, Guy Laughlin,
Here,
Pamela Davidson,
I am here.
Skip Daly,
Here,
Dee Owens.
Here.
Okay, so we have 4 members in person and 1 virtual. We have a quorum.
Do we have to read in the laws and our authorization?
Um,
No, not in this case, we're not holding a hearing,
Okay,
so
okay,
we're in good shape.
okay.
We're thankful for you, Dave.
That's,
Just saying.
yes.
Okay, now should we make that motion again?
Yes,
I move that the BZA authorize council to file the agreement concerning gifts as applies claim, which has been presented to us by council.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the agreement concerning guests as applied claim. A vote in favor is a vote to approve the claim. I'll go ahead and call the roll. Margaret Clemens.
yes,
Guy Laughlin.
Yes,
Pamela Davidson.
Yes.
Skip Daly.
Yes.
Steve Owen.
yes,
Okay, the motion passes 5-0.
Thank you very much.
need any signatures or anything?
I think,
I motion to adjourn.
Anybody opposed?
Let's see.
Oh, is there any other business? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I do
not
not,
opposed, not opposed.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Here's your documents.
I
Good
hope-
job.
Thank you,
think we beat the thunderstorm.
I did.
yay.
school, I want to read it.